Give me a problem that you're facing. Hey, yeah. Just like that. Yeah. Hey, it's okay. Oh, yeah. This is good. This is a good session. Yeah. How old are you, by the way, before we continue this?
Walk in that bitch and I slap your grandma. Walk to your sister, she give me a hand job. Drop kick your father and then I kill your dog. Bitches young LAC in your house analog. Close vacation cause this ain't no Bucky B. Close vacation cause you with the LAC. Strip on the couch cause my mind on the LSD.
How do you define love?
You know, I don't. I was trying to think of something motivational. All right, you know, re-ask the question. All right, let me lock in. Okay, I didn't know, bro. Spoke my language. You just call me like a lot of words I can't say, but I'll allow it.
Alright, I'll just
to me,
re-ask.
love is quite terrifying.
Oh.
Yo, dude, you're ruining, dude.
Oh, my bad.
I would say love is, quite terrifying. It's a hard decision to even pin your own peace of mind to a soul that is entirely outside of your control. And I mean, it isn't like a soft or simple motion. It's more of a profound surrender of the ego, I'd say. It is the willing choice to dismantle the walls you spent a lifetime building, handing another person the exact blueprint of how to break you, and trusting them completely not to do it. To me, to look at love deeply, it's kind of see it as a form of voluntary haunting. You look at another human being and realizing that your happiness is no longer entirely your own. It's migrated into their hands, and it is the rare act of comfort of, being truly seen. Flaws and all, of course, and realizing that instead of pulling away, they're drawing closer to the shadows you try to hide from the rest of the world. But ultimately, love is a mirror that doesn't just show who you are, but demands who you become overall and hopefully better, all while holding your hand at the dark. That's what love is to me.
Do you mind if I hold a conversation regarding your definition of love?
I will not regard.
Is that the same definition you would have from your parents to you, or if you were to have children? Because I get the feeling that you're describing a relationship and the handing over and surrender of your ego. I mean that relates well with a lot of people.
Well, even the true word of love is so wide range compared to, multiple different realities of humans that we have. I mean, you could say you love your favorite food, a drink even. You could say you love your banana outfit. It's just it's a whole concept and, differential of your, yes, concept of mind. But I mean, as to my parents, it's knowing that everything will come to an end. But that's what's so special about it, because there's only so much time in your life that you have in order to appreciate things and be grateful for. To where love, it's more along like, love to me is just appreciation, being grateful and knowing that someone is there for me when I can be my darkest times or my come up. That's how I can love something, knowing that they can do the same as to me. As the saying is, treat someone the way you want to be treated. Type of deal, you feel me?
It feels like, with your definition and your outlook and the overall conclusion of how you see love, it seems as if by the end of it, it somewhat is conditional. As long as that person is there for you, that is the signs of love, and that is, you know, where it stems from. I feel like it's important that I start changing people's worldview and give them a new perspective to consider. Everyone knows that love is defined as something unconditional when you look at other people and they're like having marriages that last forever, or unconditional in the sense that a baby that you bore can never return much to you. In that sense, how I define love and how I look at the world is that love is truly the conscious decision to commit to something or someone without expecting anything in return. In that, there is no condition. In that, there is no such thing as surrender or that sense of losing self-worth or breaking down your walls. Instead, you are loving someone fully for who they are, loving someone for what they cannot and can return to you, and giving your best to choose them as well. In this sense, love is truly unconditional, and there no one has to be scared. What do you think?
That was bars. I'm gonna be honest here. A little speeches off that. I think your version of love compared to, I guess, the relation of how I feel love is. I mean, to me, I kind of compare it as like it was a saying. It was like time as a currency of love. Because I mean, we often like say we spend time, kind of treating it like money, but you know, unlike money, obviously, time cannot be returned back or earned back. Because I mean, when you give someone your time, you are giving them a portion of your life that you can never get back. Because I mean, all we have is time, but yet, I mean, we use up half of it, eating, drinking, just living like a normal human being. But I mean, I guess in this sense of love, attention, I would say, is more of the purest form to love. I mean, to look at someone, to listen to them, and you know, grant them your presence, and it's just it's like a quiet sacrifice in a sense. I mean, love isn't just like an emotion; it's kind of like a conscious decision to like anchor. I'd say you're like resource to another soul.
I'll try
I mean,
to.
you can.
Oh, are you gonna go?
Continue.
Okay. I'll.
You're good.
Sorry, what I was gonna say was, I'm gonna try to take your words and simplify it, because it seems like what you're trying to get towards is how you express love to someone. That's valid, but with just like how I view it, it's just still conditional. People will say the way that you express love is important and these things matter, but to me, I don't think any of that matters. Simply choosing to love someone doesn't require us to express. I mean, of course, you would want to express it if you truly do love them, but I can love you. I don't know you. I don't know who you are, but yet here you are. I love you for who you are, be it what you may. And you can go on for the rest of your life and never have anything to do with me, never receive anything from me. But I do love you, because you're just as human as I am, and I feel as if you deserve that. When it comes to relationships, people expect things like love expression. People expect time to be spent or vulnerability to show. Those are all byproducts. Those are all results of truly loving someone, but they should never come as an expectation. To love someone in its purest form is to choose them in your own way without the expectation of expression back. It's just, sorry I cut you off. I just wanted to fit that in there because it's the reason why a lot of marriages, a lot of relationships, they break apart. It's because behind those costs or those payments of time, of care, of vulnerability, there's always like some price to be expected back from their lover. And it's just sad because no one can love in its purest form. It's a transaction, it's a business deal, it's an exchange. And love in that sense is conditional. And it will never be fulfilled in that way.
It's, and I'm not speaking for everyone. Obviously, I mean, we all have our own different viewpoints on it. But me personally, it's like kind of when you've had like a rough past, in a sense, I'd say my brain personally kind of sticks to like a wall, in a sense, like to kind of protect me at all costs, in my own sense. I mean, because you can get so used to keeping your guard up at like every single top. I mean, every single vulnerability stops type of deal. I mean, you can feel a connection and then it starts to feel like danger for a long time. And it's not that like I have a hesitation towards it. It's just, I don't know. I'd say my reflexes are still trying to learn how to like realize that passes over. Because even now, I mean, with a beautiful fiance I have, I mean, she is the best thing that's ever, came into my life since the past few years or so. I've dealt with it as, since I've been through the same thing over and over throughout the years, it's like I try to find a reason that's wrong on her end so I can't get hurt on my end. But then the problem is when doing so, it can kind of have the consequence you were trying to avoid in the first place to not get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a self-defense mechanism that you're enacting upon. Are you comfortable with me delving into that, like speaking on it?
You do you. It's just like it's hard because it's like trying to love and then be loved again after everything I've been through is like I wouldn't say one of the hardest things I've had to do, but I would say it's pretty up there. I mean, because the instinct is always to look at a new beginning or the lens of even like an old ending in a sense. I mean, waiting for the other person to drop. It just kind of takes a lot of quiet bravery to look at someone you care about and decide that your history doesn't really get to dedicate your future.
Isolation can only take you so far. First of all, don't get me wrong, I understand that you do have a current fiance. And I want you to understand that I want to say that I am proud that you are able to step forth into another relationship. Isolation gives you the gift of peace. It gives you the gift of security because you only have yourself. If you hurt yourself, it's only you to blame. You are in full control, and that in and of itself is a blessing. But it takes a stronger person to realize that isolation can only take you so far. Relationships give you something that you cannot achieve in isolation. Relationships give you a new perspective. It gives you different responsibilities, a whole different life. And when you take that leap from isolation to relationship, you really are giving a chance at having yourself broken again beyond your control. There's something curious with humans. We are a social creature, but yet we always strive for power, control, security. It's kind of contradicting. And what you described to me earlier, well, it's it's common. It's something even I'm going through. I mean, I don't know if this is something, I'm not trying to assume, I'm not trying to tell you I know everything about you, but I'll share a couple things about myself. I've been cheated on. I have also cheated. And these relationships have broken apart hopelessly. I am not perfect, and I feel as if I'm better off alone. And I've been hurt countless times. And I'm not trying to compare to you at all, okay? I know that many people have different stories and everything is valid, but I feel like isolation has a false sense of security. Once you start walking instead of riding your bike, you start feeling it's better to just walk, even though it's more strenuous. It's not as, fulfilling as it could be if you were to ride that bike and get back on it again and truly learn. And you've told me about how you're trying to find things with your fiance, trying to find what could possibly be wrong, so then you have that control over yourself again.
A sense of closure, in a sense.
Yeah. My advice to you, this isn't even therapy. This is stupid. I'm BSing when I say this is therapy. It's just advice. It's just a conversation. It's just talking. Be honest with yourself. Don't use other people to find self-love. And when you're in a relationship, don't lose your self-love in being in this relationship. Whether you're alone or you're with someone else, like a partner, owe it to yourself and love yourself enough to feel secure with yourself. You don't have to hand it over to someone else. You're not doing that necessarily when you enter any relationship. If they hurt you, that's them. You're giving a piece of yourself to them. And if they take it for granted, it's okay. If they do something wrong, it doesn't affect who you are as a person. You didn't do anything wrong. Love yourself first. Spread that love to others. The more that you don't love yourself, you're going to try to find security in other people's love because you're going to be dependent on them. Don't do that. You're going to be fine. Take it from me.
I don't think you've ever had a conversation where I can't think of some.
You never had a conversation where you couldn't think of something?
No, I'm usually the one to talk, not listen. So it's a little different for me. But I'm enjoying it.
I'm glad
You have a very good way of words.
Thank you. I try.
What was it? The bike part. That was good. I caught it,
I'm happy you did. Are you satisfied with this conversation then?
I would say
Oh. Much appreciated.
You only have 3.9 stars, dude. What?
I don't take this
Brother.
game seriously. So.